The dangers of coming to a planet where religious thinking dominates.
From the Billy Meier Contact Report 31.
What is that enormous structure in front of you? It seems like a gigantic wall in the middle of space.
That is the former star and planet system Nessar. It is a dead system destroyed by the unreasonableness of its former inhabitants. What you call a wall, there are many planets and stars that crashed into each other and created this unique structure. In the mass of these dead worlds, you still recognize some faint light phenomena. These are the destroyed stars, but they still have a weak luminosity and lose it very slowly. This system is from your homeworld 1.73 billion light-years away, and despite this great distance, the cause of the destruction is to be found on Earth. The inhabitants of the Nessar system, the Nessariner, were a technically and consciously very highly developed people, and they formed a uniform race of humanoid form. For a period of 17,000 years, they lived in complete peace with each other and with the races of the other systems known to them in their galaxy. Their evolution in consciousness and technology was very high, but unfortunately only in the knowledge of the use of their powers of consciousness. They did not possess a spiritual goal in and of itself, and they also had no knowledge of the creation. All their spiritual knowledge rested solely in the partial recognition and observance of the laws of nature. According to these, they acted correctly, but were unable to attain any spiritual goal. By omitting the most important factor of creation, they remained one-sided and exposed to the danger of being led into confusion by unreal consciousness. This danger was very great, and it grew constantly because the Nessarinis moved very far away from their galaxy. In terms of research, and came into contact with intelligences which were completely foreign to them, and which imparted to them very foreign forms of thought and teachings, as well as philosophies. As long as these were still compatible with the laws of nature, everything went well. But then it happened that 3 expedition ships of the Nessarinis strayed into the Sol system through a false leap in hyperspace and found human life forms on Earth. That was exactly 1,067 years ago in Earth time. Very similar to Earth humans, they mingled with them and lived together with them for about 50 years, unrecognized and very interested in all earthly things. In particular, their attention fell on the religions dominating the Earth humans. With their highly developed technical possibilities, they collected everything attainable concerning the religions known to them, stored them in their apparatus, and allowed themselves to be very strongly influenced by them. Since their consciousness was only oriented towards natural law, but not also towards the creation, they very quickly found a false sense in the various earthly religions, but they became just as unaware of the false as Earth humans. They now saw another goal and eagerly endeavored to strive towards it. The religious influence thus gained by the Earth humans appeared to them to be of unusually great significance and importance. So they set out to find their home galaxy again, which they actually succeeded in doing after 4 long years of wandering about, to the chagrin of their whole and truly great home system and its inhabitants. The religions learned on Earth were spread and taught on all inhabited worlds, while a small armada of great spacers was sent to Earth to collect further data of the religions prevailing there. During 5 years, research was carried out in secret on Earth, and everything to do with the religions was registered. Then the expedition returned to the home galaxy. Once there, the expedition members discovered that various changes had taken place in the meantime. Houses of worship had been built on all worlds, and the human beings had become discontented. Despite these findings, the new data was evaluated and disseminated, and within another 50 years, the entire great system was under the influence of various earthly religions. Human beings could no longer understand each other, and anyone of a different faith was accused of unreal teachings. Soon these insults led to evil accusations, to quarrels, and then to hatred. Families among themselves divided into different religious groups and beliefs, and then soon the first blood flowed. The family members began to fight and kill each other, and soon it was family against family. This spread to housing estates and whole residential areas, and suddenly it was everyone against everyone. What you call a civil war ensued after another 7 years. The high councils were completely powerless against this, because organizations such as the military, which could have brought order, were unknown in the whole Nisar system. In sudden realization of the madness of the religions brought in from Earth, the rulers banned them. But it was already too late. The civil wars had already escalated into world wars, and soon the first worlds were destroyed. After another 3 years, a vicious system-wide war of annihilation was underway, with the centers, the suns, being destroyed. Collapsing in on themselves, they tore into all the planetary systems with irresistible gavolt. A gigantic mass arose, which took over everything that still existed. Eventually, the planets and stars were pulled into a whole heap and joined the huge mass. This is how the enormous structure you see there came into being. A destroyed solar and planetary system of enormous proportions, caused by religious madness, brought in as a deadly form from Earth.